I'm going to use this example of a rectangle class where all the code is in one file, and then I'm going to demonstrate how to break that into 3 separate files. So before I demonstrate 3 separate files, I just want to review this class to make sure that we completely understand the class. So first we have the rectangle class. The declaration is up here at the top. We have 2 private data members, length and width. We have a constructor. This is the default constructor, right? Doesn't have any parameters. And I have a constructor with 2 parameters. I have set functions for the length and width. I have get length, get width, and I also have a get area function. So that's going to calculate the area, and I have a display function. Okay, so that's what's packaged with the class. I'll come down to the end here so you can see everything. Here's the default constructor. Remember that you assign default values into the data members. So you're always going to have length is assigned the value of something, and width is assigned the value of something. It's my class. I chose 1, 1. Same thing here. This is going to set length to this parameter and width to this parameter. Okay, so your length and width are always those are the data members being assigned a value in the constructor. I have a set function. They always look the same. You pass in a parameter and you assign it into the data member on the left-hand side. And I have one that sets the width. In previous examples, there was some error checking here. I've just taken that out to do just like a simple example. I have get functions, all right, get length just returns the data member called length, get width returns a data member called width. I have a get area function, and that's just going to return the area, which is just the length times the width. And then I have a display function. We don't need any parameters in here, right? We're just going to display the length, width, and area. Now keep in mind, you know, if you wanted to, you could put length here, and you could put width here, and that would do the same thing, but you need get area here because there is no data member. I spelled length wrong. Okay, so that's how that would work. So, okay, all right, so that would be fine too, but this does the same exact thing. All right, so I'm going to go back to my main program. And in this main program, I've got 3 rectangle objects, box 1, and box 2. So box, you can see, this is going to call the constructor function, and it's going to set the length and width both to 1 for box. Box 1 is going to pass in 3 and 4. It's going to call this constructor. First parameter length will be set to 3, and the width, as the second parameter, will be set to 4. And box 2 will be set to 5 and 6. So initially this is set to 1 and 1 because it calls the default constructor. All right, but here I'm going to use my set functions to set it to 7 and 8. And then I'm just going to call all these display functions so we can see what happens. Okay, and so, you know, our display function says here's the rectangle data. So it's first called with, right, box. So it's going to be length width 7, 8, area 56, right, because we set that to 7 and 8. And then box 1, right, the length is 3, 4, right, because of up here, and the area is 12. And then box 2 is 5, 6, and the area is 30. So this is when we have everything in one file, right? We have our declaration at the top, then we have our main program, then we have all our functions at the end, which is really what we're used to seeing up to this point in the semester.